B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
Welcome to the Beer Run, part of the BS Beer Network, the only Saints podcast with a 2-drink minimum and takes as bad as Pete Carmichael's offense suddenly looks.
That's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. Put toes at it.
Yeah. Enjoy that, Detroit, Denver, wherever the hell you went. I am the California Cajun. With me, as always, is Lil Dice. How you doing, brother?
Oh, Craig, I'm good, man. I am good. We came off a great victory. I have been walking around like a peacock, strutting my stuff, putting this 1-0 sign on every podcast I do. You know, yes, Craig, I'm enjoying the victory. Okay.
If you're on audio, you can't see this, but he actually has that tattooed on his forehead right now. It's gonna be awkward to update being tattooed and all, but it's there.
That's right. So, let's start off because we made some beer bets that we have to pay off and everything. And we definitely want to talk about the game.
We do.
We want to talk to some Cowboy fans.
I don't want to do that.
Get their thoughts on the game, and then we're going to get our thoughts on the upcoming game. And it's going to be a great show, man. It's going to be a good show. We're going to talk about some picks, all that kind of stuff, man. This is what we're doing, okay? So referees, get out there, spot the ball. Let's get this thing going.
First down, Saints.
I lost the beer bet.
You did. You did lose the beer bet because you have no confidence in your Saints. That's why.
I did. The Saints were a 4-point favorite, and I took the points. The points.
It was close. You were almost right. They only won by 27, 37.
Yes.
37 points. Yeah, about 4, give or take.
Yes. So, if you were indeed man enough to lay those 4 points, you cashed in a pretty nice bet. Good on you. Okay. So, I will pay off my bet and drink it pay it off with a Budweiser Heavy. All right, the king of beers. So, all right. And I am not as good as you. I can only do what I can do.
Oh, that's all right. We got time.
That's right. So I will pour. All right. And then we will drink because, Craig, I was wrong. You were right.
Woo!
Oh. Cheers.
I'll narrate for us on audio. Chug, 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 chug. Any day now. Chug, chug. Oh, he couldn't do it. Too cold, too crisp. Back at it. Come on, we got to finish our beer here. Chug, chug. This is riveting audio, I'm sure. Better on the video. Better on YouTube.
I'm so sorry.
2 hours later.
YouTube is loving this part of the show, and Spotify not much. Any day now. Golly. I'm going to make more ridiculous bets just so I can win next time. Hey.
Here we go.
There he goes.
Woo.
Oh. Now you're feeling good.
Oh, so hard. Oh. That was so
other than a Budweiser Heavy that you just slammed, what are you drinking today?
Yeah, that's it. That's my beer. That's it. How about you, man? What do you got today?
All right, so my beautiful, wonderful wife got me a 4-pack of these for the game on Sunday, and they were so good that I had to stop what I was doing and save a couple so that I could have one on the show and tell you all about it. This is the Conflict of Interest West Coast IPA from Fall Brewing, from Harlan Brewing Company, Fall. And it's from San Diego, where most of my favorite beers end up coming from. It is an IPA, but it's light, it's crisp, it's sharp, it's not too hoppy or too heavy. It's delicious, and it's only 7% or 6.7, something like that. The real question though is, how does it sound? Yeah. Arrow through my heart it sounds. And it's a delightful freaking beer. I'm a little sad this is my last one, but I'm glad I could save one to share with you guys.
There we go. There we go.
Magical beer.
Good beer.
Oh
Good
my-
beer. All right. Really quick, we're going to share the update of our pick'em. And if you want to join our pick'em, go over to Yahoo, to the Pro Pick'em, and you're going to put in ID 33703, and the password is NFL, and you can play pick'em with us.
You will beat me.
So yes, we have a good time. We talk crap, all that kind of stuff. So let me get the standings right now. And top of the bleachers is on top with 11 wins, tied with Casey's Clowns. All right. Then we come down, Crime, the Curtain, Boo Bear wins, and Blood, Sweat, and Beers.
Ooh,
Number 5.
That's a good name.
So let's see, where am I here? I am all the way 21st with 7 wins.
That looks
Where
like
are you at, Craig?
there.
Oh, Arrogant Bastard of Beer Run,
That would
number
be
16.
that-
So we both tied up with 7 there.
See,
So
all I want to do is beat you. I don't care about anything else. It's
I see.
fine. So,
But it's okay. If you guys missed this first week, you can still join up. We're going to drop the lowest score in 2 weeks. So that way, if you forget, a few weeks, you still can compete. So go ahead and join with us today.
Second down.
Let's talk some news. The Browns poached linebacker Kalika Hudson off the Saints practice squad.
yeah, y'all gonna try to make it sound like that's a big loss, and I don't care.
Huge loss, Craig. Huge.
Huge loss. Don't care.
Glue guy, all that stuff. How are we gonna make it without him?
If you took a Shy Tuttle off this team, I'd really feel the same way. And that happened, and ran all over him. So yeah, Corey Hudson, making the practice squad. It's fine. With wealth of depth at linebacker, Anthony Orgy's made the team, for God's sake. So I'm not, cool. He'll get more of a chance to play in Cleveland than he did here, and that's good for him.
Yeah, he gets the active roster there. So
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to that guy. The Saints are preparing for a hurricane. We'll see if it's going to be a big deal or not. DA had this to say about the preparation.
Yeah, well, I think like everybody else in the city, we're monitoring it and we'll make plans accordingly. I think we're going to meet again this afternoon and see what kind of plans we need to make. And then we'll kind of go from there. But I think we probably do this better than anybody else in the National Football League. So, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we had plenty of practice. So yeah, we better be pretty good at it,
Much as I want to say, shut up, Dennis Allen, but no, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. So let's
Note though, if you're in the area, be safe. Make sure you got water and everything stocked up. That's the most important thing. First thing people run out of. So just be safe out there, guys.
Yeah. I'm hearing it won't be like an evacuation kind of situation. But I guess we'll see for sure. It should make landfall Thursday or Wednesday, something like that. So we'll see. Let's get your thoughts on the Carolina win, Craig. We didn't talk to you on the Bear Chaser, so
yeah, I don't
get
thoughts. Those after the last couple of times where I showed up real drunk. So all right, I want to be excited because there is stuff to be excited about. O-line looked pretty good. The scheme looked better. The motion and the play action. and the interesting formations. I mean, all of it. It's beautiful. I love it. It makes me so happy. I'm not getting all that excited though. We played it. We played an FCS team. You know, this is Middle Tennessee State playing Alabama in their tune-up game. You know, I don't feel great about it. This is going to be the worst team in the NFL this year. We play them twice, which is nice, but I'm not taking much from it. Look at the 3 touchdown passes, right? So he's getting hit as he throws up a prayer to Shaheed. Touchdown, looks great and everything, but you can't count on that. He's getting hit. That's close. The touchdown pass to Moreau. It's a broken play. He threw it across his body. That's a dangerous throw. You shouldn't make that.
It was.
You should have
It was dangerous.
tossed it away. Like, don't take those chances. You know, got fine, touchdown, cool, but I don't like that play either. The Juwan Johnson play. That's not even his route. It's a toe drag on the sideline, squeezes it in there, real close play. I don't feel good about any of the 3 touchdown passes. I mean, he was all right. So he was consistent. He only had 4 incompletions. I think he played a good game managing the offense overall. I don't think Derek Carr played bad by any means, but I'm not confident about it. I hate to say I need to see it again, but I need to see it again. You know, I don't need us to score 45 points on Dallas. I just need us to look competent and to hang in there and do the things that we want, that we've been seeing. Just consistency. Just you can lose this next game. It's not this is the NFC South. You can lose this game as long as you don't look terrible. I'm okay with it.
Okay. Well, you see this right here, Craig? Let's pretend this is red, okay? Because I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Hey!
Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh, yeah.
I am drinking the Kool-Aid, Craig. I am all into this offense. This is what I've been wanting to see. I've been crying for the San Francisco offense for like the last 4 years now, right? So we finally got it. And Clint Kubiak, you the freaking man. I hope we can hold on to him for more than one season.
Well,
That's my concern.
Lose
right now.
1 year, it's because we made the playoffs and looked awesome.
Yeah.
How perfectly suited is Fuaga to this offense? Like everything that they ask him to do is what he's best at. Like it just seems like that pick is just looking so good right now. He's the absolute. All of his strengths are what this offense needs. I can't be more happy with that pick, especially how he looked this week. Again, against Carolina, but you can't be upset about it. There's still pros out there. You're still playing.
You can only play the teams they put in front of you.
and we beat the shit out of the team they put in front of us.
Thank you.
Can't take that away. Can't take it away. It's
right.
not this is still an NFL team. Everyone on that team is a pro. Everyone on that team has a paycheck to play football. You can't pretend it didn't happen. It did.
Honestly speaking, though, all right, a play. I go back to one play in that game versus the Panthers, and it's against Derek Brown versus Trevor Penny. And it's just like a toss to the right or something like that. And Penny takes him and walks him pretty much to the sideline, bro. Derek Brown is freaking good. Okay? That dude is good. I remember this dude from Auburn. He kicked LSU's ass.
Okay, look. Didn't he tear his MCL? And he may have torn it early in the game and tried to play through it and therefore got manhandled.
True.
I am the Trevor Penning supporter that you're ever going to hear. I love him. I want to succeed, but dude was playing. He was clearly playing on one leg, and the Saints knew it, and they abused.
Only talk about what's on film, and that's what's on film.
Can we talk about how people were worried about Jadeveon Clowney, and I forgot he existed by third quarter?
Yeah, right.
Who?
For real. I didn't even notice he was on the field.
South Carolina with the forcing the fumble, and they can't get over the fact that he's been a massive disappointment in the NFL.
Yeah. The running game, Craig, from the Saints. I mean, so good. This is what Dennis Allen had to say about the running game.
I think, Clint, Rico, JB, Jari, all those guys that are involved in Clancy, all those guys are involved in the running game and coming up with a good plan. I think they do a really good job of that. I think, our guys did a great job of targeting in the run game. I think that was probably one of the better things that we did. We got on the right people, and I think that's part of it. And they've got some different defensive structures that can make that challenging at times. And so, and then I thought, we did a good job of kind of reestablishing the line of scrimmage up front. I thought we were able to get some movement on the line of scrimmage, create space in the defense, and the enemy a great run defense is space. And so, we're trying to create as much of it as we can offensively, and we're trying to eliminate as much of it as we can defensively.
So talk to me about what he said with the finding the right guys to block part of it.
Yeah, especially in a system like that where the hole and the direction it's all very fluid. It's not like Carmichael's offense where there's A, B, C. You're going right here, you're going right there. It's kind of it's an outside zone, right? So where you're going, it's between two spots, but that spot's moving. So you could be a guard and you could maul the dude in front of you, but if it's away from the play or if it's not where we're trying to go, it's not helpful. So being able to move the whole formation, the whole line of scrimmage, just kind of flow everything together, keep everything cohesive, and picking up the guys you need to pick up and not just the first guy you see, it's huge. And it's hard. It's a hard system to beat into people's heads. And the fact that, you got guys like Penning and Fuaga who are picking it up a little bit, despite, Fuaga's new and Penning is, a disappointment thus far. I think it's really encouraging, man. I think the running game was the most encouraging thing about that game that I saw.
Turnovers on defense was also very encouraging. Very first turnover by a guy named Will Harris.
Will
right?
Harris. Who the fuck?
I was like, who? Right. Who?
No, Underhill's been talking about him. He's a good player, man. He's this year's Lonnie Johnson Jr. Abrams, but we always find these guys. Dennis Allen might not be everyone's favorite head coach, but the dude can coach secondary, and it's so obvious. If a guy is playing secondary for the Saints, he's good. Just I don't even care. I'm not worried anymore. I don't care. Oh, Lattimore pulled his hamstring. I don't care. The secondary will be fine. Because Dennis Allen runs it, and he's great at it.
Look, this is also, I guess, a topic we need to bring up. Did we fail with Marshawn Lattimore by not trading him? Because he's hurt again.
I just don't think the value was there. It just wasn't worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, the guys, younger than him going for thirds. You could have traded him for a fourth, fifth, or something like that. And there's, at this point, it's worth the gamble that he plays a couple of games than a fifth next year and net you anyway. I think if you could have got a second for him, you would have, and I think that the Saints would have, but it just wasn't there. They probably didn't have a third offered to him. And you're looking at now your fourth, fifth round pick for it. It's just not worth it. Just keep your Pro Bowl or all pro caliber guy and hope he plays a little. The buy-in sounds like it's good. The players sound like they want to be here. So, there's a chance he might actually be hurt. There's also a chance that, his hamstring's a little bit sore and we were up 30 points and you're like, okay, all right. You don't need to go back out there today.
Yeah.
It's Bryce. The two of us could probably play corner for the Saints against Bryce Young.
The special teams, Craig. The special teams was actually special. Rashid Shaheed, he reached the top speed of 20 miles an hour on that 47-yard punt return
so fast,
in the second quarter.
That's so fast. You think about that. You drive, there are neighborhoods where that's speeding, guys.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. He was speeding.
So fun to watch. And I'm sure he was doing that on that deep ball that he had to run to get under too. He's a special athlete, and he's one of those sleeper guys. We didn't really talk about him. He was hurt a little bit in preseason. He's going to be a big player this year.
Yep, absolutely. And also, Blake Groupie hit all of his kicks. And this is with Dennis Allen Had to see about that.
It's one game. All right. So, but I thought he kicked the ball outstanding all throughout camp. And I think, coming out in the first game and your first kick is a 57-yarder and he knocked it through with plenty to spare and then came back and had another 52-yarder. And then was, on all the extra points. I mean, I don't know if you can kick it any more down the middle of the uprights in those situations. So I thought he kicked the ball great. I thought he was really good on kickoffs, putting the ball basically where we wanted it to be put. So I was pleased with, what he showed us in week one and, anticipating and expecting that continued.
5 of 5 extra points, a 57-yard field goal. He hit everything. I wish I would have put him on my fantasy team. Your thoughts about Blake Groupie?
I thought I had him on my fantasy team, and I'm really superstitious about fantasy. Like, I don't like it, so I will only check fantasy after the Saints game is over. So during the Saints game, back in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm sure I picked the Saints kicker. I always pick the Saints kicker. So like, this is cool. All right. And then I got there and I have 4 bath or some shit and whatever. No, it's good that he looked good because there was a real competition. We stashed a guy on the practice squad in case he didn't work out. So like there was concern about it, but can't look better than he did. 57-yarder, 52-yarder, hit everything he asked of him. It's good, solid, happy with the little guy.
Got no complaints, man. Got no complaints.
Best Saints kicker from Notre Dame since John Carney. It's the only other Saints kicker from Notre Dame since John Carney, but I'll take it.
Third down for what?
Joining us on Third Down from STWF TV, we got Coach Lee, we got Meta Watch. They're the host of numerous podcasts, the Play Call Sheet, the Chop Up, Parlay Perspective, but they're also Dallas Cowboy fans. Right, that's right. Welcome in.
I feel ambushed already.
Oh, you can't do onside kicks anymore, so half of the Saints score is gone.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. All right, man. So how y'all feeling after week 1, man? Like after you went to Cleveland, took care of business up there. How do you feel overall about your team? Is it what you expected to see? Let's start with you, Meta Watts.
Out of all 32 teams in the league, man, we are the team that can't celebrate after week 1. We can't. But in all, I expected us to come out strong for all the lack, the naysayers saying we didn't give nobody in the offseason, we didn't make no acquisitions, same old Cowboys, It was a great show, you know what I'm saying? We can show more, and I apologize to you guys early, but the offense may have to come alive Sunday. We wasn't really alive last Sunday, despite the beatdown that we gave.
Okay. Coach? About the offense.
Offense, definitely some opportunity there. They already got some adversity with Ferguson being out for a little bit of time. So we're going to see how McCarthy is going to maneuver around that. The running game, I kind of saw his philosophy that he talked about, where he's going to keep somebody fresh in there at all times. Deuce even got a carry in there Sunday, which is kind of abnormal. So, even though Cook's not available yet, I see where they're headed with that. Running back by committee. But like Tuq said, I think the offense has to show a better showing. They did on Sunday, but they left a lot of meat on the bone, so to speak. Defensively, love what I saw.
Okay.
Michael Parsons gets me going.
Yeah.
But Overshawn, that dude's a beast.
Okay.
What really happened favor in that game is the offensive philosophy of the Browns. You see, the quarterback especially, he can be a little bit offensive. You might even say perhaps inappropriate in the way that he handles the football. He tries to penetrate that defense really forcibly, and it just doesn't. It seems like he kind of catches a lot of heat for that. He tries to massage the ball into the end zone here or there, but he never really gets that happy ending that he's hoping for.
Spot on analysis.
That about breaks down the Browns game right there.
Not a happy ending for Deshaun Watson this time.
Right. It has not been. So let's talk about that running game, man, because this was a concern coming into the season. But this past game against the Browns defense, and I think it's pretty good. You guys managed to get 102 yards by the running back by committee. Coach, you feel pretty good about this situation, running back by committee, and the guys you got?
Well, I got a touch bit feel good about it because that's the one thing that we didn't address during the offseason or the draft. So we see how it goes. But what I do like they did, in order to help out that run, is that offensive line. While they got younger, they lost a future Hall of Famer in Tyron Smith. Guyton, he held his own Sunday. And then the juggernaut in the middle, that's definitely an upgrade at center forward. So that's going to help us out immensely.
Yeah. So we talked about, I guess, the old man in the backfield, number 15 now, right? During the offseason. How did you think he looked running the ball when he got his opportunity?
He looked solid. He looked solid in the opportunity he got. It looked like he's ready to work. He's back home where he started, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's back home. I felt like it's not a rough shake for running backs nowadays. So it was really no leverage on him to get a deal to come back. He had the year with the Patriots where the Patriots never utilized him. He was probably the best player on that team for like the last 5-6 weeks offensively. But going home, you don't got to be the horse that you once was. And in the NFL, you're not going to be the horse that you was. So running the committee, and I said it, once they added Dalvin to Zeke, and then you got Deuce, and you got the other, you got Rico. It has to be committee. That's the only. You have to use fresh bodies. You know what I'm saying? In the NFL, if you can use the fresh bodies, go use them. And now, when you can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs, go at it if you have to. We don't have a Christian McCaffrey. We don't have a Derrick Henry. We don't have it.
That's right. The Niners don't have a Christian McCaffrey right now either.
No, they don't.
That's sore spot right now.
Haven't had him since Friday. They said it was Monday.
They didn't play which Monday, though.
Bad.
So we go to y'all though. The Saints. I mean, we talk about you guys. A lovely week 1 victory. You know what I'm saying? Rivals. They go to your crib and you lay the hammer on them. So shout out to you guys, man.
This is like what Georgia and Alabama do, when they schedule the FCS team in week 1. You get your Middle Tennessee State to come in and you lay 50 on them. That's kind of what the Saints did, You get the cream puff and pad your stats a little bit, feel good about yourself. Like, all right, so it's a new offensive coordinator for the Saints. The whole system is new. The only thing that's the same are basically the players. Like the players didn't change a lot. Added Chase Young, but not a lot of a turnover. But the big difference is the offensive coordinator. He just looked different, We're going to get into it more, on the Saints part of the show. But everything looked different, and that was the important part. Some of the stuff was, touchdown passes on a, broken play or whatever like that. You can't count on that stuff. But, man, it breathes hope into a franchise. We were low. So, Dale will tell you, Saints fans felt like we were 0-2 going into the year.
Yes. Absolutely.
Man, we talk crap to Dale on a daily basis.
I'm sure he's a good sport and doesn't just get drunk after the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So the Cowboys signed Lamb. They signed Dak. Is Michael Parsons around the corner? Is this going to happen right before the game next week?
No. Not till next year at the earliest.
Okay. All right.
I think there's an understanding. I think there's an understanding right now between the two parties that that's definitely not going to happen right now. I think he understands that. I know in my mind and his mind too, and we talk about Parsons in a podcast wave, I wasn't feeling that. I didn't feel like he needs to dumb down all the way down on that. But if he gives his 100% to football and proves that he can give his 100% to football, he's going to get paid.
Back up the Brinks truck.
Right. You're going to have to back it up.
I think the best thing for him, really, and for his position, is maybe sit out the next week or so. You know, really take the power back. You know, like just sit out this week. Tell the organization, like, look, you need me. Clearly, you see how it went without me. So, like, I'm just, if I'm him, I definitely sit this week. That's what I would think you should do.
Get your money, Parsons. Get your money.
Dog. Don't let him drag him back. Get paid right now. Sit out.
That's right. But look, Coach, when they signed Zach, they signed Zach like last week to an extension right before the game. But do you wish they would have done this earlier so they could do more with the salary cap to obtain more talent on the offense to surround them around?
Absolutely. But you know how Jerry is. He's all about the marketing aspect of it. They talked about this all summer long. For no reason. It probably
right before the game.
It probably cost them an extra $5 to $6 million per year by not doing it sooner. So it's Jerry for you, man.
Yeah, man. I just think Jerry wanted that marketing. Like you said, Coach, he wanted that marketing. He knew the way the season went, the off season. Like I said, we had a quiet off season. So why not make some splashes before the season starts? That's typical Dallas Cowboy way, right, Coach? That's the way Dallas
Absolutely. Cowboy. Unfortunately, but yes.
We knew that CD was going to get signed before the game or a couple of days before the game. The question was that you hit it right over the money last week when you said that he would be signed before Sunday's
right before
game.
The game.
Yep. 4 o'clock.
I got some good sources.
That's pretty good.
And you know, and for some of those people that already hit me up about, you know, Micah's going to walk, Micah's not going to go anywhere. You got to look at the way that it is lining up. I think CD and Dak's contract run out about the same time, if I'm not mistaken. So you can actually take Micah, you can backload it to where you can, you know, he can get a good signing bonus up front and all the money be on the back end. And those guys are, you know, you have to make a decision on what you're going to do with them going forward. So yeah, Mike is not going anywhere. Bland is gone, but Mike is not going anywhere.
All right, so you got to give them something, and that's
they won't be able to afford Bland.
Everybody. Well, so speaking of paying everybody, so now you've got this massive contract on CeeDee Lamb. You got this massive contract on Dak. 2 guys that you want to lock up for the next, you know, what the contracts of 5 years plus at this point?
Yeah.
So looking at that, you want them for the long haul. You should probably rest them this week, you know, like sit them down, make them stay healthy for the long haul. Maybe, you know, keep them out. Make sure that investment is secure.
So roll out there with Rush and Tower.
That sounds good.
For the future of the franchise.
Hold on. When y'all was the Saint, when y'all were the mighty Saints, and y'all were climbing through everybody's stadiums, beating them up. Did y'all give Drew Brees a rest? Did y'all give anybody that was superstar on the rest? When y'all was playing the hopeless Cowboys that couldn't beat y'all at all, you know? Did y'all do that? If you did that, we'll do that for you this weekend.
Good times. Making me miss it. Damn. Getting teary.
It's more, but the importance of this game Sunday is more than that. And I mean, being, you know, tagging with Coach and Dale and now you as well, you know, Cali Cajun. That's what we'll call you, man. You know you got a real name, but Cali Cajun sounds good. I love California. One day I wish I lived there. You know, I'm in Massachusetts where it's cold as hell right now. It's going to get even colder. But this is this game to everybody here on the panel right now. It brings excitement because we kind of feel like we know y'all not only as a team, but people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we see Dale, you know, with his 1-0 and his support. It kind of reminds us and me, myself, of being a Cowboys fan, the way he's a Saints fan. You know? You can only live for today. You know what I'm saying? Your team might be the worst in the league, but hey, if you're good today, you're good today. And that's why the NFL is one of the best leagues, man, because you never know.
Celebrate these wins, too.
Celebrate your wins.
Right. You got to celebrate these wins.
Look, even if you're a good team, you might only get 10 or 11 of these wins, right? Just celebrate them. Have fun with them. And you're talking about 10 or 11 times in an entire year that you get to celebrate. Yeah. Celebrate. Have a good time. And think about this poor Panthers fans. They're not going to do that at all this year. That's a sad thing to say.
Yeah, that's a terrible team, man.
Yeah, I kind of was the hype man for the Panthers this week. I tried to hype the Panthers up as much as I can. I actually got in a few Saints fans' skin including Dale. I apologize. I was just playing the entertainment role. I was trying to see how my acting skills were. I think they were pretty good up until 1:15 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday when the Saints went up a bunch of them. But in all,
don't let Dale fool you, okay?
Yeah. Don't let Dale fool me, man. Dale been fooling me for a long time, I guess, man.
Dale on our show last week said that the Saints would not win by at least 4 points. Lost a beer bet, had to chug on first down. When you watch this show, when it comes out in a few hours, you have to watch him chug that beer on first down because he lost.
Chuck Day, sounds like he's gonna be chugging with some Henny next week. We got it going on.
I got a bet with Tuq going on. If the Saints win, he takes a shot. If the Cowboys win, I take a shot. So
you shoot some odds though, right? 6.5 point spread. How about he has 2 shots? Like we gotta.
No, I told him. I already told him I'm gonna be drinking more than I'm supposed to drink anyway, win or lose. So yeah, catch me. Catch me in the L, because if I catch a loss, then it's probably gonna be more drinking. That's kind of what happens when you lose, right?
And it's the same team, you know. Like you gotta feel festive, you know. You gotta be a little festive with it. Get an extra hurricane getting in there.
This man's going into territory too. Daryl's going to Dallas for the game.
That's right. That's right.
Brave man. Hope you ready.
Talk to me about Kavontae Turpin. He got a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown. But I mean, the guy is really fast. But is he seeing snaps on the offensive side of the ball, Coach?
No, and the reason is there's some inconsistency there. In the past, it was like they use him for like gadget plays, you know, end arounds, things of that nature. No, obviously, you know, because of the the speed he has. But when I saw, I think it was the first quarter, they immediately went to him early, and he hit him right in the chest, and he dropped the ball. I was like, man, they talked about you all offseason, getting you involved. You need to capitalize and get those opportunities. We haven't had a guy like that since what's my guy that played at West Virginia and for the Rams?
Trayvon.
Who's that?
Trayvon.
Yeah, they haven't had a speed threat since he was there, and he found his niche. Turpin still, I think this is his third season with us, so he's still trying to find his niche. I hope they go back to him, because if they can just get him involved and get that deep threat going, it's going to open up that offense across the board.
All right, exactly. I hope he does too, man. We've been hoping and shining for this man for years. Hopefully the third year is the charm, you know, and hopefully Dallas doesn't give up on him and give him some looks. But he has to convert, like you said, on the looks, man. You can't get looks and not convert on them, because you'll be right down in the depth chart, 6, 7, 8, where you at? And you'll be punting.
And the way to really make that work in year 3, you should probably wait to use them until game 3 of year 3. So maybe right.
All right,
you want us to bring up JV team out there, don't he? The cheerleading show up.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It worked for Panthers. So yeah. So Coach, you talked about Mike Zimmer and the scheme. But how does it compare to Dan Quinn's scheme? And I mean, I thought the defense was pretty good under Dan Quinn, but now you got Zimmer. So what do you see with his scheme?
So Dan Quinn, he would normally go 4 across the board of rushers. His whole philosophy of getting pressure to cause chaos in the backfield to make that quarterback have to get rid of the ball faster, which thus ended up to, how we always year after year led the league in turnovers. But with that same philosophy, when you get into playoff time and it matters and teams travel and bring their run game with them, we get gashed and we couldn't stop anybody. So now we've got 4 horses in the middle, big bodies to stop the run. And we got actual linebackers this year. Last year we had safeties that converted to linebackers. So we're undersized there. So we got some real linebackers out there now. So across the front 7, we're more stout. Now I'll probably say his blitz packages are a little bit more exotic compared to Quinn. Quinn will bring it, but you kind of had an idea. You always knew where Mike was going to line up at. Sunday, Mike lined up everywhere along the front of the line. He lined up over the guard, he lined up over the center. He lined up on the end. But for the most part, I saw a lot of times when him and Kendricks or him and Overshown will be up in the gaps, get ready to show blitz, somebody will bail out. Now, as a quarterback, you kind of decide who's coming. Are they both coming? Are they both bailing out? Or is one and one? So now you got to think. And now you got that pressure coming your way. So I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay. All right. So that sounds like a lot of blitzing we got to be prepared for.
That car better be ready to drive.
Yeah. Talk to me about Trayvon Diggs. He came back after his torn ACL. He got his interception. But how did he look out there at YouTube?
He looked like he was happy to be back on the field, man. That was the blow to me last year, and we played awesome up until we didn't. But when we lost him, it kind of blew like my mind as the season went, because I knew at some point we would need him. And in that Green Bay game, be real with you, first couple possessions, Jordan Love go at Mike Jordan. We needed this. This is impact out there. You know, I don't like that he has a baby with Bow Wow's baby mama. But don't bring that drama here on the football field. Continue to play how you was playing before the injury, man. And I think this is going to be good. Bland's going to come back eventually, and we're going to see what this, man. I feel like they should have kept the veteran and Gilmore. And I feel like if they knew Bland was, nobody knew he was hurt, but they would have kept Gilmore. I wish they would have kept that veteran leadership, but they've been learning a lot for years and years. They'll be able
to. Okay. All right. Well, let's get some predictions. First, is two things I want. I want your prediction on who wins the NFC and also who wins this game. So let's start with you two. Who wins the NFC?
Who wins the NFC this year? Come on, man. I'm a livid fan. I haven't seen the championship in so long. I'm going to say my points. I'm going to be biased. I wish I could say the Panthers. I actually thought the Panthers would be better this year. They already proven to us they're not. Cowboys will win the NFC game this Sunday. I believe the Cowboys will win. I believe the Saints will come out early and do some things that we aren't used to seeing from the Saints. Similar to what they did to start week one, but then the jitters will leave and Dak will get back to doing Dak things, and he'll look on the other side and say, this is a raggedy ass car over here. Here we go.
Okay.
Cowboys gonna win, man.
Guys, Derek Carr's last name is Carr. It's like a car. I get it now. Oh man. Remember that. I'm gonna remember that for the show.
All right, Coach, your prediction.
My prediction for the NFC. While I want to pick my boys, you still gotta show me something. I'm gonna say the Lions.
Ooh.
Okay.
This man wants to throw away his Cowboys hat for a powdered blue Detroit Lions hat. Sickening, right?
I mean, they're almost right. They're both blue and silver. Like, come on, y'all.
But the only reason I say that is, obviously the defending champs at NFC is San Francisco, but Detroit had them beat last year until they didn't. They had a good showing. Say again,
Craig?
The Super Bowl hangover is real. The team that loses the Super Bowl, they're never the same coming back the next year.
Yeah, I agree. But with that being said, I think Detroit show a lot of grit. But if my boys can figure out their running game, that's where I can't say that we're going to make a run when we don't even know how consistent a running game is going to be. That makes us one-dimensional. They can figure out the running game. If Cook comes in, he has an impact that I think he can have with the running back by committee. Yeah, we can go on a run. But until we do that, we got to be realistic about it. As far as the game Sunday, we're going to go 2-0, baby.
Okay. All right. There we go. Our Cowboy fans, straight from STWF TV. Make sure you check them out.
Yeah, 6-1, baby. We need the form baby with 6 hands, son, or the form human being with 6 hands.
How long you been waiting for that 6th one?
I've been waiting for a long time, man. Waiting for a long time. Hold on. We went through Katrina, Harold, COVID, all that shit.
We had some life-changing events.
Life-changing events, man. We still didn't get one, man. Trust me, I know, man. We can laugh. We can laugh about it. We can cry about it if you want. I don't want to cry about it.
We went from dial-up to high speed. We had technological advances. Been a while, man. Been a while.
The Yeti foil to Yeti cups.
Yes. Yes.
And still we ain't got a championship, and it's about to be event Yeti cups.
To put it into perspective, my oldest child is 30. And she asked me, Dad, has the Cowboys ever been good? Yeah, when you were in diapers.
Oh.
Hey, okay. All right. Well, that's the predictions for the game. Coach, I can't wait to meet you. We're gonna have a good time.
My brother. We'll have a blast Sunday, man.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's talk about this upcoming game. The Dallas Cowboys are a 6.5 point favorite
now
at home. Listen, in my opinion, well, look, you go ahead and talk about the Cowboy fans we just had on.
Before we say anything else, I want to make it very clear. Those guys don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're garbage people with garbage opinions, and I hate them. They're awful. They're terrible. And I hope Dale gets in a fist fight with him in the parking lot of the Dallas Stadium next week. Make us proud, Dale. Go throw some punches. Don't know. Just awful. I didn't know people could be so wrong or so awful, and they were both so awful and so wrong that it made me question my sense of morality. I love God a little bit less after having heard those people talk.
Oh, man. So, in my opinion, with this game versus Dallas, I believe the weak spot of their offense is indeed the running game. They don't have the horses back there. We can stop this running game. And if we do that, we make them one-dimensional. And I don't have a lot of faith in Dak himself. I'm scared of the wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb. But Dak, I'm not afraid of.
Yeah, it's reasonable. I'm more of a Dak supporter than a lot of guys. I think he's good. I don't see a lot of this stuff. You know, he's a gigantic wussy. He had to get put under for his tattoo, and my tiny little 120-pound wife had to comment what a gigantic pussy that guy is. But you know, that's fine to say. That's tattoo people saying it, not me.
I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, no. Apparently, if you're a big enough pussy, you can just get put under, and they'll tattoo you while you're asleep. So, you know what? It's fine. You know, I was awake for all my tattoos, but then again, you know, I don't play for the Cowboys. So, look, all right, the Cowboys are a better, quotations, a better football team than the Saints are today, which is accounting for the last couple of seasons and coaching, and it's a cumulative kind of a score. Because we look a lot better week 1 than they did, and they played Deshaun Watson, and I'm not sure how far Deshaun Watson is ahead of Bryce Young right now. What's that meme going around? Deshaun Watson died on that massage table. I don't know who the hell is playing quarterback for the Browns right now, but it ain't Deshaun Watson. I feel, you know, this is the thing is, we're in the NFC South. The Falcons have already lost. I'm not scared of the Bucs, and they play the Lions this week. It's a tough matchup. It's not a must win anymore. We won our opening game against a team we needed to beat. If we lose in Dallas and we're competitive, that's fine. That's fine. This is week 2 of the new offense. We're figuring our stuff out. That's okay. If we're competitive, that's okay. We keep doing what we're doing on offense. We can still run the ball. It's okay. It's okay if we don't win this game. I think we still might. We'll get to our predictions a little bit later, but it's not the end of the world. If we're 1-1 and tied for first place and, you know, working everything out, you know, what did we say in the preseason shows is that it was going to take 5-6 weeks for this offense to get going. It took 5-6 seconds. You know, we're already way ahead of where we thought we were going to be. That doesn't mean we're going to score 47 every week, but it means that there's the chance that we do. If things go right, we can drop hammers on people now, and that's exciting.
I mean, we're averaging 47 points.
We're averaging 47 a game. Can I tell you how mad I was that they got that garbage time touchdown to get a 10th point? That just made me mad. Like, you don't need to do that. Just let us have our stat pad on defense too. Just shut up, Bryce. And he almost screwed it up, and he almost fumbled it before he crossed the line. God, what a train wreck that team is. I feel good about this matchup though. Their pass rush is terrifying. Their pass rush is a pass rush. It's not a great run defense. It's a pin your ears back on 3rd and long and go get somebody. And this offense that we have now, which is amazing, is predicated on not having a 3rd and long. You're taking the teeth out of that defense if everything goes according to plan. Everybody loves Micah Parsons, right? Micah Parsons is to me Clay Matthews. He is a guy with a bunch of sacks who isn't a full player because he can't play the run very well. He gets overpowered, but he can rush the passer like a motherfucker, so people love him, and he gets all the money and the attention. But run right at him. Run right at him. Yeah, he's got an excellent array of pass rush moves, and he's fast as shit. I want Penning to bury him. I want to run right fucking at him because that's how you beat him. That's how you beat guys faster than you. Think about you're in a fight. You're in a boxing match. You got 50 pounds on that guy. All right, he's faster than you. What do? You get him in the corner and you beat the hell out of him. That's what we need to do. That defense. The defense is fast. The defense is athletic. You can punch it in the mouth though, and that's what we need to do.
With Lattimore being hurt, do you think Adebo steps up and covers CeeDee Lamb throughout the game?
That's a tough one. I think probably. Obviously, if Lattimore can go, he's going to shadow the whole game. I think usually when Adebo is in and there's no Lattimore, it's usually more one half of the field or the other. I like Adebo. I'm a big supporter of his. I think we should pay to keep him around, but he's not the style of guy to keep up with a CeeDee Lamb. He's a big physical corner, and he's going to beat up on big physical receivers. But there's a chance that he gets absolutely smoked by a guy like CeeDee, which is why that pass rush that we spent all that money on needs to come through. But I'm like I said, Dennis Allen coaches defensive backs. I'm not scared about their defensive backfield. Roll whoever out there. If Rico Suave, who the hell his name is, if he's got to play, he's going to be fine.
Okay.
Dennis Allen had us thinking that Isaac Yadam was a big loss.
I mean, he got to start a job somewhere, right?
He sure did. Don't.
Yeah. So hey, look, they find good talent and they know how to use them. Apparently so. So I can't argue with that. All right, man. Let's pick this game, and let's come up with a beer bet. Matter of fact, let's come up with a beer bet first. So what do you think about maybe like props, as in CeeDee Lamb will not get like, I don't know, 50-something yards, something like. Let me look up some props real quick. What do you think about that idea? Uh-oh.
Hey, sorry.
Okay, so we need to come up with another beer bet, and we need to pick this game.
So listen, I don't want us to get too complicated. We're gonna pull up some prop bets. Is Dak gonna throw for 300? First off, no. Second off, I'm betting the Saints win this football game. Screw the spread, money line, baby. I think the Saints can do this because I think the Cowboys. If you listen to the Cowboy fans and the chatter and these guys weighed down by their giant wallets now with CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, nobody thinks the Saints are going to hang in this game. Adam Schefter posted something that was like, "Oh, this game is going to be a good matchup," and all the Cowboy fans in the comments are, "Oh yeah, okay, oh Cowboys about 50, oh, shut the fuck up." What team have you been watching for the last 20 years? Saints in the upset. Forget your points, forget nothing. We're going to go into Dallas and make Dale over here a very popular guy in that parking lot.
Okay, all right, I'm with it. Craig has the Saints winning outright. Okay, I guess I'll take the 40. I'm sorry, I'll take the Cowboys.
I promise the 49ers won't win that game.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But hey, I'll gladly chuck another one on the show. I'm good with that, especially if I go out there and be victorious in a place full of Cowboy fans. I love it.
And if I end up drinking, we'll just have a shorter show than usual, so that'll work out too.
There we go. There we go.
What's
Okay.
the score? What do you think? What do you think?
Honestly, let's see. All right, I think it's going to be 27-24. Cowboys.
Ooh, nail biter.
Yeah.
Nail biter. Okay. All right. Well, I already said the Saints are going to win. And I do think the offense is going to come down to earth a little bit. They might not score 47. They might only score 46 or so, you know. I think that the Saints defense is going to make a bigger deal because I think a lot of people are talking about how the, Cowboys offensive line is so improved. Some of the casuals that we had on third down over here might be thinking the offensive line is heavily improved. And I think Chase Young is going to get home with some of those pressures he was forcing in week one, especially dimensional, because that running game, I'm not scared of it. I'm not convinced of it. So I think it's a little lower scoring. I'm going to say 27-20 Saints in Dallas. Right. And we're gonna be on a lot of power rankings because power rankings are stupid because this isn't college, but it's gonna be moving up those rankings when we go and slap some Cowboys around. I'm in for it.
Let's go.
27.
Let's go.
And the last 7 of their 20s in garbage time.
All right. I love it. I love it, Craig.
Let's go.
Let's go. Who that? Who that? All right. So let's go wrap it up for us this week on the Beer Run.
Man, thank y'all for joining this week. It is fun to watch a winning football team, isn't it? And I'm telling you guys, it's okay. You know, this isn't a must win, but we're gonna anyway. Let's do this. Let's go. For the whole BS and Beer family, for my co-host Lil Dice, I am the California Cajun. Have a beer. It's on me.
Who that?
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.